Councillor Karen Clempner, defending your seat at the Harlow West at the Essex County Council elections. The last 4 years, what would you say you've achieved in the last 4 years as a county councillor?
Well, casework. I get a lot of casework from residents for adult social care, for problems that they haven't got care packages in place when they're just about to leave hospital, so I take them up. Highways issues, potholes, parking. So I'm on the local highways panel that we've put in projects to relieve some parking issues in different areas. Anything from barriers, Pemberley Academy, which doing a project at the moment to try and get some more railings, signage, because even though the school was open, there was nothing there to let you know there was a school, so no crossings for the children, so they can just come out straight out of the school and straight into the road on a bend. So we've been trying to fight for that. Other things like we've done a campaign for, I was one of the main ones for youth cuts when I first came into the Essex County Council. We didn't alleviate the whole problem, but we reduced the cuts that they were going to make. It was going to be 6 youth commissioners over the whole of Essex, but now we've actually got one for each division. So it's still the cuts, but it's not as much cuts as they were going to make.
And is that sort of the object of, or one of the main key roles for the Labour councils, especially here in Harlow, is almost to keep stemming the tide of Tory cuts,
yes,
you would say?
Yes, definitely.
Is that quite hard to do?
Yes, definitely. I mean, what with the adult social care as well, I had a resident contact me just about a week ago asking why has her mother's care package gone from £27 a week up to £67 a week. Her care package hasn't changed, her finances haven't changed. It's just the government telling county council, you know, you've got to make these cuts and they've got to come from somewhere. So it's pushing it all onto the residents, and the residents don't understand, you know, they're getting all these bills but nothing on top of it.
Do you find it quite frustrating? You know, it's sort of, is it once a month over in Chelmsford, it gets a Conservative majority, can that be quite frustrating?
Very frustrating, yeah. I mean, we've put in things for the biggest issues mainly on the doorstep is highways issues, obviously potholes, which we're near, that the cabinet member has said they look worse than they actually are, but people are going across them every day, so it's like they're not being listened to. So we're trying to just put in different priorities, like getting the potholes fixed instead of just fixing one pothole. Fix all the potholes that are around it, not just the deep area, to try and change the criteria of what a pothole is, because that's why we've got all these potholes.
Do you find, I was speaking to one of the other candidates, Eugenie, and she felt a little bit that people were saying sometimes they don't get listened to.
No.
Is that something that's coming in, you know, even in your 4 years plus, that's coming up more and more?
Definitely. I mean, that is most of my casework is, you know, they're not listening to me, so then I have to try and word things differently to try and get, I mean, not all the outcomes are the outcomes the residents want, but I do try to get, you know, put it across and word it different to how perhaps the resident would have done it.
You're a Harlow District Councillor as well. Is there any crossover at all?
Yeah, a lot. So before I was a Harlow District Councillor, I was just only an Essex County Councillor, so it was hard for me when out talking to residents that it was Harlow issues to try and solve them as well when it crossed over with Essex. But now, because I'm both a twin hatter, as they call it, it's easier for them to try and sort them out.
Do you enjoy being a county councillor?
Yeah, it's been interesting. Meeting different people, different residents, actually talking to other residents. Yeah,
And I always get the impression with Harlow Labour, it's quite a scientific approach to actually campaigning. It's not just a random knocking on doors on any given day. It's quite scientific.
Yes, yeah. I mean, we have got different areas that are more Labour. Like the Tories, I have more areas that are more Tories, so they'll target them. So that's what we try and do, just target our areas that we know we can get the votes.
What about things like education? I guess because I have another paper that has a unitary borough, you're much more focused on things. Are you able to get involved at all? Because there's huge concerns, huge concerns about education. I'm more likely to go to, say, Vic Goddard than go to a county councillor, as access. What about education?
Education, well, it's getting more harder for us as councillors for the education side. I mean, we get the school. I get quite a few school places that my child didn't get a school place, and that's my child's not in school because they didn't get a place. So you get a lot of that, but it's harder where it's all turned into academies. It's you don't have that as much influence at Essex County Council, that side of things.
But are you confident going to win? Defend your seat?
Hopefully, yeah, hope so. Fingers crossed.